Is Palantir Technologies stock a buy at the current levels? The company went public on September 29, 2020 at $10 a share. Then for a brief period, it fell to the $9 levels, and this was expected because of the heavy selling by the founders and the employees who were unloading their stocks. Then the stock came back to life and popped 50%. We will take a brief look at the history of the listing of the company and go through the first quarterly earnings report that came last week. Initially, the stock fell after the earnings report came, but quickly the market realized the potential for this stock. There are some great things going for this company. We will try to come up with a valuation and a price target for the next 2 years. So please stay until the end of the video to find out all the details about this latest growth stock. Hi, I'm Arshad Ahmed, founder of DIYstockpicker.com, an investment portal dedicated to help investors make intelligent decisions. This video is for information purposes, and please do your due diligence before making any investment decisions. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel. I will be releasing videos about growth stocks and EV stocks. Palantir Technologies was founded in 2003. The company specializes in big data analytics. The company was co-founded by Peter Thiel. Mr. Thiel was also the co-founder of PayPal and the first outside investor in Facebook. His $500K investment in Facebook fetched him $1 billion when he sold off in 2012. The company went public using a direct listing and not an IPO. In an IPO, new block of shares are created and an underwriter is hired who navigates the company through the regulatory requirements. A roadshow is held and publicity is done for the institutional investors for them to buy these shares. Whereas in a direct listing, no new blocks of shares are created and the registered shareholders sell their shares in the open market without the middleman who is the underwriter. This way, the company will save 3 to 8% of the commission costs that are given to the underwriter. Palantir has two main products. Palantir Gotham, which is used by intelligence agencies to find patterns within huge data sets, and the other product, Palantir Foundry, is used by commercial enterprises to integrate and analyze data from different data sources in one single place. Here are the revenue highlights for Palantir. $289.4 million in revenue in the third quarter, up 52% year over year. Full year 2020 revenue guidance raised to a range of $1.07 billion, up 44% year over year. The adjusted operating income in 2020 is expected to be $130 million to $136 million. This excludes the stock-based compensation and expenses related to the direct listing filing. These are the income highlights. Cash and cash equivalents of $1.8 billion on the balance sheet. A loss from operations of $847.8 million, which includes $847 million in stock-based compensation. The fourth quarter revenue of 2020 is expected to be in between $299 million and $301 million, up 30% to 31% from last year. And these are the contract highlights. The company has closed 15 deals with new and existing customers. New contracts in the third quarter include the contract with US Army worth $91 million and the contract with NIH worth $36 million. There has been a contract renewal of $300 million with one of the world's largest aerospace companies. The customer concentration is decreasing. The top 20 customers constitutes 61% of the revenue. This is down from 68%, which is a good thing. So basically, Palantir is diversifying its customer base. Now we will take a look at the three different sectors the company has made great progress in: the government, the commercial, and the international sector. In September 2020, the company was awarded a $91 million contract with the US Army Research Laboratory to provide machine learning and artificial intelligence capabilities for military planning and defense operations. The coronavirus pandemic has opened new areas of operations for Palantir, a federal research organization operating under the National Institute of Health (NIH) has awarded a $36 million contract. The software will be used to research cancer and coronavirus treatments. N3C is an organization that operates under the NIH. The organization maintains the largest clinical data set for coronavirus patients in the United States. This organization used the Palantir software to integrate data from more than 1 million coronavirus patients all over the United States in just a matter of weeks. In the commercial sector, Palantir software is used by organizations in automotive, manufacturing, oil and gas, banking sector, and the healthcare sectors. In this quarter, Palantir closed a deal worth $300 million, which is a 5-year renewal contract with one of the world's largest aerospace companies. An oil and gas company, which is one of the largest energy companies in the world, used Palantir software to realize $315 million of savings. Not only that, the company is planning to identify more than $1 billion of savings in the next year by using Palantir's software. Consumer goods companies are using the software to identify disruptions in the supply chain due to the pandemic. Coming to the international sector, there is some exciting news here. Sompo Holdings is one of Japan's largest insurance companies and nursing care providers. This company has invested $500 million in Palantir and was selected as the strategic partner. This gives Palantir a huge reach into the Japanese market and lets it expand into other markets in Asia. UK National Health Services has used the Palantir software to distribute more than 2.7 billion items of personal protective equipment across the country. Palantir also has significant presence in markets outside North America, including Europe, Asia, and South America. Before we take a look at the valuation, the main advantage for Palantir is the complexity of the software it operates. New companies will find it extremely difficult to penetrate the markets that Palantir is operating in. And also, Palantir is stealing the market from companies. A consumer company has hired Palantir software after other software could not fulfill the function. Palantir has $1.8 billion cash on its balance sheet. That lets it pursue growth opportunities at a rapid pace. Also, the software is very complex. It needs to be installed on multiple servers and nodes and can take a matter of days to get it up and running. Palantir is working to reduce this time. A hidden opportunity here is to provide the Palantir software as a service. Right now, the software is installed on-premises servers due to the sensitive nature of the software. But the cloud has evolved so much that sensitive information can be handled in the cloud in compliance with security standards. That will pivot the way the market will view Palantir completely. Another catalyst for Palantir in the next 2 to 3 years is that it may become an acquisition target by big data analytics companies. They usually pay a premium price for these acquisitions. George Soros, the billionaire investor, has acquired 18.4 million shares of Palantir. And Third Point, which is operated by activist investor Dan Loeb, has purchased 2.4 million shares. The company is projected to grow between 30 to 40% in the next 5 years. Right now, the revenue is $1 billion. If it grows at a conservative rate of 35% per year, in 5 years, the revenue will be $4.5 billion. So if we give a price multiple of 20 to the sales, then that gives the valuation of the company to $90 billion. The company has 2.5 billion shares outstanding. So divide 90 billion by 2.5 billion gives $36 per share of valuation in the next 4 to 5 years for Palantir. But Warren Buffett has said that his favorite holding period is forever. And this is for companies that have a competitive moat and that can grow at a faster rate and other companies cannot penetrate their markets. And I think Palantir falls in that league. So in my opinion, it's a hold forever stock that should be held forever. I hope you liked this video. And in this end screen, you will see a video about the clean energy growth stocks that will have huge tailwinds under the Joe Biden presidency, and I hope to see you in those videos. Take care.